Okay, just in case Ron's having a little bit of internet trouble where he is at the airport, Lenny asked me to say live from Orlando, Florida, and St. Petersburg, Florida, it's Friday Night Live.
Oh, Ron just showed up. Ron is here. We didn't see you here earlier. You got booted out, Ron. Welcome back, Ron. We're happy you're here. All right, so welcome everybody to Friday Night Live. We have right now we have 291 attendees. That's amazing for having just opened this webinar, and we're glad you're here. We have a different format tonight. What we're going to do is we have a topic as usual, but we're going to make it so that all of you can participate. All right, and the topic tonight is, how do you want to be remembered? Okay, so it's kind of like, I don't want to lead you in a certain direction. It's a broad enough topic, but it's basically about your legacy. All right, I'll keep it at that, and everybody will have a different interpretation. There's no right or wrong to it. So be thinking about it, and when it's time, we'll tell you guys to raise your hands, and then we will recognize you. Oh, Ron, what did you say?
Hey,
Oh, you're going
Lynn,
in
you
and
keep
out.
freezing. Everybody keeps freezing up, but he did a great job. He did a
Oh,
great
thank
job
you.
on that Friday Night Live. Thank you very much. But you're coming in and out, so I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I just want to say, hey, everybody. Hope everybody's
Yay.
having a good week, and let's go on passive.
All right. If you're having hard time connecting or you're going in and out, you can turn your video off and you'll probably be able to have a better
Yeah,
connection.
I tried that too. It's just
Oh,
the airport,
yeah.
sitting
Well,
out
we're
here in a
glad.
field at the airport.
Oh, I understand. Well, we're so glad you're here, Ron. Thank you for saying hi to us. Thank you. All right. So now we want to recognize we have some speakers tonight. We've got Mike Ellis and we've got um, Dan Street ready to speak. So you guys going to be next, but we're going to start off with Mr. Marty DeGarmo. Take it away, Marty. Is he in? Oh, I forgot to make him co-host. I always tell him to remember, and then I forgot. He's going to kill me now. Okay, I'm going to make you co-host. Okay, sorry. Now you can talk, Marty.
Okay, I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you.
Anyway, happy Friday, everybody. Hello, Ron at the airport. You know, I was thinking about legacy, and I have trouble with that because I look at it this way: if I can live what I want from Unpassive and die living that way, that could be my legacy. That's fine because that's what I wanted. I really, what I'm looking forward to, what I found out about Unpassive, and this is ongoing. You know, as soon as you think you know, you find out there's so much more you can do. But the platform itself is not only the product's unlimited, I think the platform's unlimited also for all of us. We can all live to our potential, whatever it might be. There's things in life I want. Obviously, for me, I'd like to leave this world better than I got here. I'd also like to take care of my family so that they're okay. And I believe wholeheartedly that that's going to be good. I'm not going to have to worry about that. I think with Unpassive, as far as legacy goes, I believe a lot of people, most people, and this is just from studying and looking at people and listening to people and listen to stories about that a lot of people live their life in about a 20-mile radius. They have hopes and dreams in their teens and 20s, and in their 30s, they throw them in a closet, and they work for 40 years, and if they're lucky enough, live about 10, 15 years on Social Security, and then we all pass away. I'm not sure that's a life. I'm not sure that has to be. And thank God Mr. Mufara made a platform where it doesn't have to be that way. So everybody here, all of us, I don't care who you are, I don't care how old you are, you all get these hopes and dreams of things you'd like to be able to do. Unpassive is that platform to do it. I don't care I hear people that's been in the business for 3 years, 4 years, and I hear them for the first time in the last 2 weeks. And you listen to them, you go, wow, where have they been? See, that's what we all do, though. We all hide under just the beat down of life where, when you wanted to raise your hand and say something, you didn't, and then the opportunity disappears, and now you're thinking, well, who really cares what I have to say? I don't believe that. I think everybody has something to say and something to do. And what you'll really find, and I learned this as I was in business when I was working a regular job, but especially when I got online, is if you set up the right business, which is Unpassive, and you set it up that everybody can be a winner, which is Unpassive, man, what can't you do? If you don't know that it's unlimited, you're not plugged in. It's not just about the products. I mean, there's any one of you have a passion about whatever it is. If you can't get there using Unpassive, you're never going to get there. If Unpassive can't help you get to your goals, you're done. There is nothing better. I would not try to tell somebody something that I didn't know from experience. Thousands and thousands of hours I've spent in other opportunities. I don't want to call them businesses because they weren't. They don't deserve the name. But in this platform, that's only going to get bigger and bigger and better, and you get to be a superstar. Remember, in 1 year, we could be less than 1% of the whole company. In 5 years, we could be less than 1/10 of 1%. And nobody's going to walk into the world of Unpassive unless they travel through a founder. I hope you wrap your head around that, but it's a big, big deal. And when they pass you Unpassive as a founder, and you're a founder like Eric or Miriam or Dr. Benny or everybody else here, John, they're passing through the legacy of your family. Your great-grandchildren, they have to go through them to get into Unpassive. Now, you don't look at it there. I don't have any grandchildren. I don't have that. But just look in the future. This legacy you started in this foundation of Unpassive that you said, I'm going to do it. I know there's a lot of people said they're not. I don't want to be them. I definitely don't want to be them. They're not going to want to be them very shortly. They're going to look and they're going to hear something. They're going to come back to you and say, wait a minute. This business I saw in Forge magazine, you're telling me that's the one you were telling me about? Yes. Oh my God. What was I thinking? I don't know. You could be a reseller and they could do very well. It's not the same as being a founder. But yeah, legacy, we have church at my home. I would like to have a building. In order to have a building, you have to have money. And Unpassive is going to make that happen. I don't think it's going to. I already know it's going to. So I don't dwell on it because the ingredients of Unpassive has told me a long time ago, you're on something that's going to be huge, more than you could imagine. So start focusing on things that you want for you and your family and other people. I know a lot of people want to go to Africa or other countries and help them, and I think that's unbelievable. But there's blessings right outside my front door. I see people struggling everywhere we go. My wife comes home and says, man, I felt so bad. I said, why? There was a lady just digging in that purse for money she knew wasn't there. You ever see that person just digging and digging and digging? It's not there. They know it's not there, but they're embarrassed. That'll never happen in my lifetime. Not in front of me. Like I said, I won't change the whole world, but I'll change the world if you're in it. If you're in my world, it's going to change. And if we all did that, man, what an impact that would be. But as far as legacy, I think you start your legacy now. And when you die, hopefully you've done a good enough job that it just carries on and gets better, bigger and better every day after you're gone. And my legacy is I want to make sure that years to come, hey, that crazy Papa DeGarma, man, did he do the right thing? That's not a bad thing to have. I'm never going to be Martin Luther King. I'm lucky that I'm Martin DeGarmo, okay? But we all have that where you could touch someone else. And we're gonna have the power to do that because, look, I'm not in love with money. I'm in love with what it can do. If I could trade fruit, I'd do it. But money makes the difference. But I tell you what, money and alcohol will enhance a person's personality. If you're a butt wipe and you drink, you're a huge butt wipe. But if you're a good-hearted person and you make money, you can help a lot of people. And I think just because of the design of the company, we drew together big-hearted people that are just by the way it goes, going to do very well for ourselves and many other people. So my legacy is to die with a smile on my face. And if I got to be broke, but enough for my family to live forever, that's my legacy. If I can do that, I won. And I want to leave knowing that if I could have helped somebody, I did. And I would like people to remember that part. Not how much I made, how big my company, how big my team was, what I did. You know, Ash had that story when his cousin needed money for a wedding. And he went to his dad, he goes, yeah, but what is he going to do with it? What's he going to do? Isn't that going to open a can of worms? His dad said, that's none of your business. Your business is to give. What he does is up to him. You'll be remembered in life for what you gave. Not what you said to somebody, not what you promised, but your actions is how we'll be remembered. And I want to be remembered as giving. Anyway, that's all I have.
That was beautiful. And, I think a lot of us know you so well, Marty, because especially for those of us who listen to you on your lives, we get to hear what Marty thinks. We get to know who Marty is. And Marty has always been very transparent. He's like an open book. He shows us who he is. So what you shared today is in line what I think of you. And I think very, very highly of you, Marty. You are a giver. Thank you so much. At this time, we want to let's see, Dan or Mike, Dan Street or Mike Ellis. Which one of you want to come up to speak?
Go ahead, Dan. I'll come after you. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Lynn and Ron and everybody here tonight. It's just, it's an interesting topic. And to be honest with you, I'll be totally honest with you, I haven't really thought too much about how I'll be remembered because I'm too focused right now on enjoying all aspects of the life that the good Lord's given me right now. And so I live today, I like to live not dwelling in the past, but and also not getting too anxious about the future, but living in the present, because that's where you do the most good. And that's where I think that too many people, and I think a lot of unpassive people that I've talked to as well, they're so stressed out about the future and how much money I'm going to make and what's going to happen, this, that, and the other. And they aren't focused enough on just grinding it out and being a light today for the people that that are in their organization, or in my case, people in my life, my family. I think number one priority for me is being the spiritual leader of my house. I mean, we have a lot of faith in our house, and I got to do my imperfect best to follow Christ and be obedient to our faith. That's me. So I know it can be a challenge to stay strong for my family. And I admit my mistakes and stay and be humble. And but you have to do that every now and then. All of us are pretty imperfect. And the other aspect of it, of course, we all know about it. We see this stress every day with all of us that are striving to do better with ONPASSIVE, and that is our financial. The financial part of our life is very important. People put too much emphasis on it a lot of times because it isn't the end of everything, but it sure does help, and it sure does allow us to be able to bless others as well as bless our families. So if we work hard and we persevere, we can make the best financial decisions, not only for ourselves, but for our family as well. Now, and of course, ONPASSIVE is our vehicle to be able to do that. The other thing would be education. I am so excited about, and I hear Ash talking about this as well. I'm so excited to learn because I think it's important for us to keep stimulated and keep learning. And Academy is a perfect vehicle for that. We're going to be able to learn so much. And ONPASSIVE, of course, is providing that tool as well. So I'm excited about that. And the last thing I guess I'd say is to have fun. I would like to be remembered as a guy that, hey, that guy, he was a lot of fun. He wasn't as boring as I thought he was going to be. And he liked to have fun and enjoy every aspect of life. And I just also want to be remembered as a guy that gets in the habit of doing more to give than I get paid for. And so I'm giving more than I'm getting paid for. All right. And there's a quote from a guy, I can't remember the guy, but he says, no man can attain riches unless he enriches others. And I think that's the focus of Obless and Academy and Ashimufara. And if I had to be remembered as a guy, just a guy that enriches others as well and blesses others, because it's so much more satisfying to give than it is to receive. So that's what I have right now for this topic tonight, Lynn. So take it away, Mike.
Very nice, Dan. Very nice. Mike?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me all right, Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Dan said, it's a really, really good question. And we're going to have people come on and everybody will have a different reason why they want to be remembered. We're all unique and have different reasons why we do the things that we do. I really don't worry about how I'm going to be remembered. Not only don't I worry about it, I don't really care about being remembered or my legacy. I've had a little taste of that, and it is fleeting. Whatever people think about you, good or bad, it doesn't last very long. So it's not really important to me what people think about me. It just doesn't matter to me. When I get up every day, you try and do good every day. Today is all we have. You try and do good today. I don't do that very well that often, but you try and do good every day. And when you start thinking about your life and what you're doing, it's funny you brought up this topic, Lynn, because a couple of days ago I thought about my great grandparents, and nobody remembers my great grandparents. That's 3 generations out. So in 3 generations, you're not going to be remembered. So the legacy that I leave, how people remember me, it's not going to be around that long. And when you look at our lives, it's so short. We are but a mist. We really are. Here today, gone tomorrow, and nobody remembers what or how you do what you do or what you've done. So today is really the only important day that we have. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but today you try and do good. When we start to think about ONPASSIVE and what Ashimufara, the opportunity that he's given us all, it really is an opportunity, and it doesn't matter who you are. And I've said this before, you really can spread your wings and fly. I think one of the worst things that can happen to human beings is getting trapped in a situation where you're manipulated and controlled. Whoever's doing that or whatever organization is doing that, I think that's absolutely evil. And there is tremendous good in the world, but there's also evil. And that's why when I get up in the day, my goal is to do something good, to tamp down the evil and give people the opportunity to really soar, to be who they are, to experience and to learn their talents, who they are, what they can contribute. And I believe most people, they've got a good heart. They want to do good, but sometimes life just doesn't let you go there because of all the ancillary problems that people have. I think one of the biggest things that I look at when I look at people, be something, be good, be bad, be lukewarm. If you're good, that's great. If you're bad, you can change. If you're lukewarm, it's a waste of life. Do not be lukewarm, ever, ever, ever. Get a passion, keep that passion. And if you're not quite on the right track, you're in the right place in Unpassive, because we'll get you on the right track. You can't sustain yourself here. You can't live in this group, in this culture of Unpassive and not get straight. It's just who we are. And believe me, and I've been told to straighten up a few times, so I know what I'm talking about. If you need a little help, a little direction, you will get it in Unpassive, and it will be the right direction. But again, the worst thing that I see is an individual that is just lukewarm. Que sera, que sera. Their life will never be what they want it to be. You have to be passionate about what you're doing. And you get up every day. And I don't understand people that are in Unpassive that wake up and aren't in a great mood, especially over the last month with what Ash Mufareh has been sharing with us, what Marty's been sharing with us on his lives, Marty, Red, and Chris, all the things that are coming toward us. They're going to open up so many doors and give us so many opportunities to be the people we really are and do the good that we know is in our heart and we want to share with other people. So as I look at people remembering me and a legacy, Lynn, I don't ponder on that. It doesn't matter to me. Accolades, if other people get them, I think that's great. If they get recognized, I think it's great. I don't have to be in that position. Marty, Dan, and I, we've been doing this a long time. We know what we can do. Our main goal is to change lives. And Mr. Mufareh gave us that opportunity to be able to come in and change lives. And even if you don't know it yet, and some of the founders here, they don't know it yet, your life is going to change, and it's going to change in major ways. It's going to do things you never thought would ever happen in your life. That's where I'm at. That's the enjoyment I get out of getting up every day. And this webinar is a great example, Lynn. I mean, we have such a great crowd here, and I know everybody is pretty much on the same wavelength. And as other people start to come in and experience this family of Unpassive, they're going to think they're in a dream, guys. They didn't think this was possible. They didn't think they could come to a place where they'd come on a webinar and 30 people would say hi to them. I mean, that doesn't happen anywhere else. So we're in a really, really good place, Lynn. I'm right where I want to be, just like Marty is and Dan is. And moving forward, the best is yet to come. So that's it, Lynn. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Yes, the best is yet to come, and we are all in a great place. I agree with you. All right, now we would like to give the floor to any of our Otech pros. We have Bob, Collins, Vincent, and Oliver. Any one of you feel inclined to speak, you can raise your hand. Or just unmute and speak.
All
Bob,
right.
Collins. All
Okay.
right.
I'll take it.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. I'm Bob Takusi, and I'm your friend. It's good to be here, Auntie Lynn, and all the founders worldwide. How would I love to be remembered? What's my legacy? I think every one of us, every single one of us here, all founders, all of us right now, think or know that we are going to leave a legacy. We're going to leave something behind. I would say maybe about 90% of us did not think that way before ONPASSIVE. So I first of all want to thank Mr. Ash Mufareh, our founder, for coming up with this great initiative and giving us this privilege to be part of this history. A history that is so big, such that all of us, 1.4 million founders, can dream, can think that, or have the possibility that we are going to be able to be remembered while we're gone. Because most people don't even think that ordinary people like us, we are not wired to think that we are ordinary people. So let us give thanks to Mr. Ash Mufareh. Like Brother Marty said, you know, we should start or should have started building our legacy by now. And then ONPASSIVE and Mr. Ash is just amplifying it. Because what money does is money or wealth magnifies you. Whatever you are at the present, you are going to be 100 folds with whatever we get. Like Brother Mike Ellis just said, whatever comes our way is something that is unimaginable. We've never thought of. So it is going to magnify you 100 times plus. If you are good at heart, if you're a good man or woman, you're going to be the most beautiful man or woman ever. If you are bad, that's what you are. For me personally, I want to emulate my late father, what he left behind. Because growing up as a child, even when I was still back home more than 30 years ago, when I was in school, I was treated by random acts of kindness by total strangers almost every day. And I was surprised. But later on, I found out that the common denominator of this random act of kindness was my dad. The good deeds he did to other folks. So if I can emulate that, and with the help of Ash Mufareh and ONPASSIVE, if I can multiply that 100 folds, that is what I would love to leave behind. I've been affiliated with a few charities, about 5 actually. The only thing I could do was to affiliate and speak. I'm spokesman for about 5 charities. That was a little thing I could do to empower or to impact. But with ONPASSIVE, I can now have my own foundation where I can begin to prepare to impact lives for generations to come. Thanks to ONPASSIVE and Mr. Ash Mufareh. Anyone who had anything to do with me personally as a child growing up, who had any impact in my life, that includes my parents. My parents includes my wife's parents, of course, they're all my parents, my aunts and uncles, my family. I'm going to impact them. My friends, those that grow up with me, those that know me, will be impacted. But the most beauty of all will be those chance encounters, those people who will meet me that I've never seen them before, and then you impact them in such a way that they will never forget you for their lifetime. Those that will meet you by chance, I will impact them. I will end by saying that our founder, Mr. Ash, we met him in Boston on the 30th of March, on the 31st, before we rolled ONPASSIVE to the world, and we sat together on a table. Until Lynn was there, my Oliver, Mr. Ron, a few folks here, I'm not sure I'm missing anybody here. We sat on a table, and Mr. Ash Mufareh talked of replication. To replicate. My legacy is going to be to try as much. Nobody can replicate what Ash Mufareh has done. That is clear. to try as much as possible to replicate Ash Mufara. Empower as many people as possible. As many people as possible, hundreds, thousands as possible. And he has given us a vehicle to do that. So, oh bless. Oh bless. Oh bless, that flagship product of ONPASSIVE. Oh bless. It's the flagship product of ONPASSIVE. It's a product that is going to propel ONPASSIVE to the world. People are going to find out about ONPASSIVE in 2 minutes because of the deeds of Obless. And like Brother Mike Ellis said, Obless goes hand in hand, in my estimation, and I think that's what Mike Ellis was saying. Obless goes hand in hand with Academy. We empower people by educating them. So when we uplift these people from the streets, under the bridge and the poor and everything, you uplift them, you educate them. Education is the shortest cut to freedom, financial freedom. So I will replicate myself so that I leave a legacy that other people will also do some acts of kindness or appreciate my own children and my grandchildren. Back to you, Auntie Lynn.
Thank you, Bob. Definitely ONPASSIVE will affect what we say as far as our legacy. It's such a big part of all of our lives. All right, now we have either Collins, Collins, Oliver, or Vincent. Who wants to speak? Collins, Oliver, Vincent. Okay,
yeah,
Vincent.
so I'm on.
All right.
Yeah, I've been listening to Maddie, Mike Ellis. You just blow my head, Maddie. Honesty down straight. You just like take me to another level. You just like my head was just like thinking, and I just want to greet all the founders and everyone who is in here listening to this wonderful topic. It's a topic that sometimes when you think about it, it just moves you, listening and then like, my goodness, this is massive than I ever thought. So, and the topic goes, he said, how do you want to be remembered? It's a massive, massive topic, the legacy you want to leave. So when I look at it before joining ONPASSIVE, there was one thing in my mind. I always think about how can I replicate and help others, because it's something that maybe in our own little way we have been doing, but we ask ourselves, how can you really reach out, especially coming from the continent, the continent of Africa. Sometimes when you travel back home, you look at a lot of people suffering, people who cannot even make ends meet. And you ask yourself, God, where do I really have something so I can really bless these people? But, it is what it is. Like Mighty said, you cannot help any, you cannot do what you can't do. But thank God, we have ONPASSIVE. And one of the things I always think in my head, I said, before you were born, you came to this planet Earth, you will leave a footprint. Whether all of us like it or not, we will leave a footprint. It can either be a good footprint or a bad footprint. But whatever we do, you will leave a footprint on this planet Earth. How do you want to be remembered? So sometimes when I walk down the street of London, I always look at things. You look at this, like the walls where you see like 100 years old, they've written a lot of names, those who build the walls. I think most of them didn't build it because they wanted money or riches. They were just building because they know they want to do something for the community. They didn't even know that their names will be written on those pillars. But sometimes when we pass by, we look at it 100 years ago, and we still look at it and say, my goodness, maybe their great-great-grandchildren will look at it and say, oh, my great-great-granddad was the one who built this wall. That is what most of these people are remembered for. And sometimes they come and they say, my goodness, because they did something for generations to come. Now we are talking about Mr. Ash Mufara, who built a platform for complete strangers like myself. A platform that all of us who can participate, as Michael said, where we'll take care of our own self, our bottom lines, and then take care of our immediate families, and then reach out to others. That is the legacy. Remember, ONPASSIVE is a legacy for generation. Every founding position is a legacy. So you are building wealth for generation to come. Last time I was telling, I had a word with Oliver and stuff. I said, this is the time when we have to enjoy what ONPASSIVE provided, because when we are dead and gone, those who will come behind, the things that you refuse to enjoy, they will enjoy the money. Maybe some of them will take the money and buy their private jet and live their lives. Because at the end of the day, life is about enjoyment, you know. But again, we are talking about legacy, because that is the legacy you've left behind for your children's children. And that's the reason Mr. Ashmufara built ONPASSIVE, so we can leave lasting legacy for our generation to come. As long as ONPASSIVE exists on this planet Earth, we will leave legacy for them. And we will turn out to bless others, you know. So I'm looking at myself and said, how do I reach out? Because now ONPASSIVE is about to unleash and give me this platform to go out and really touch a lot of lives. Because as Ash Mufara said, the money that you have or what you have will not define you, but the way you will bless others will define you. Though you will be remembered for the good deed, not for what you have, not the houses, not the cars. Yes, all of us will have it. But what you've done for your own community, that is what people will turn and remember you. That is the footprint you will leave on this planet Earth. So at the end of the time, when your own time on this planet or my time is over, I will look above and say, you know what, God, I did my own part. I played my part. And that is what I'll be remembered. As Mike Ellis said, let us enjoy it, but know that we will be remembered in one way or the other, you know, because ONPASSIVE are giving us that platform to leave lasting legacy for generation to come and to bless others. So I'll give it back to you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Collins. I hope I leave good footprints like you will leave good footprints when we are gone from this earth. That's awesome. All right, now we have either Oliver or Vincent. Come on down, Oliver or Vincent.
Yeah, hi everybody. Want to thank everybody that is here today and with a great topic and about the legacy that we leave behind. I, for one, before as a 9-to-5 IT guy, I will always think about what can I do to help. We'll look at our social security, it's not enough. 401k, you say, let me put more money on my 401k. Life insurance, so that your mortgage, when you pass away or when you go and join the Lord, be with the Lord, your family will not suffer. But today, I want to thank Mr. Ashmufara with ONPASSIVE. Because all these things that I've called, social security in America, 401k, your life insurance, ONPASSIVE is the answer. I don't need any 401k anymore. I don't need any social security anymore. I don't need any life insurance, because the legacy that Mr. Ashmufara has given us and to our family to put a dynasty that for life. So I don't think about all those things anymore, because, and with my own legacy in ONPASSIVE, like in all winners and heroes, the word I am fine. That is my legacy with ONPASSIVE. I am fine. We are fine. That is also a legacy with ONPASSIVE. Then we are all here. We will replicate ourselves, like my brother Bob said, and Collins. We will replicate ourselves in one way or the other. Our CEO told us that fill your tongue first. Fill your tongue first. And after you got a good house, you are not in the best of the best neighborhood. Your car, you change. that is that thing in you that will make you now, because what will you do with the excess? What will you do with it? You will replicate and you will help. We have an NGO that we've created called Missionaries for Africa. That is where all mine will go to. And my own also personal foundation. Like Bob also talked about the dad. My dad left before my dad passed away. His problem was there was a health center in my village back home in Africa, in Cameroon. He started that legacy. He started that legacy and to put that health center, and he didn't. The legacy that health center is still going on. I will make sure that I will complete that that health center. Mike Ellis also talked about Obles and Academy. We are also, I am for one from Africa. Kids, they have kids with don't have school fees. They go to schools. They go to school without shoes on. They don't have uniform. They don't have books. That is a legacy that I'm also going to leave behind, to make sure, even if I'm going away, there should be a continual. There should be a continual. There should be a continual funding those kids, scholarships. They will use Academy for that. So that is a legacy I'm going to leave behind. And since it's going to be for generation upon generation, we're also going to have a trustee, legal firm that will continue with my legacy. So long as the money is coming, they'll be funding those schools, health centers, hospitals, free education, free health in the villages. And if there's a way, also creating jobs. There's this saying in America that you don't give people fish to eat, you teach them how to fish. Those that can work, they are still able to do something, send them to training centers, vocational schools, pay, carpentry, bricklaying, mechanic, for them to come out and take care of themselves. I will leave it there. And I want to say thank you, Lynn, for this wonderful topic.
Thanks for your contribution, Oliver. You have such a really, really good heart. I know you. All right, now we go on to Vincent Ete. Bright and early for Vincent.
Yeah. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thanks all the participants. I would like to say hello to all the participants here and those who are watching us from YouTube. Thank you. Thank you to come to this great webinar. I listened to Brother Marty. We also listened to Mike Ellis, all the Tech Pro brothers. They said everything. I think I'm going to say two words to hand also this great topic. So legacy that we have behind. So legacy we have behind. So first of all, I would like to thank our CEO Ash Mufara for this great job he has done for us, because he has done so much for us that I don't have even word to say what this great man have done for our life. So for me, like my brother said, is a big legacy. So that legacy is what we also trying to do for our community and then our people. So is something. So back in Africa, we know that my dad as a medical doctor, he helped a lot. He helped a lot of people, and then people from his community. When he's on holiday, he doesn't rest. He go to his own area. I know background where people, they are sick. Even sometimes paracetamol, they can have it. So he put his own money and go down, help people, help his own community, those who have problems. He's trying to trap them because some people, they don't have money to do that. So what he did today, he also showed us to help other people. He put that way to help those who are in the poor background. They don't have money to eat. They don't have money to go to hospital. They don't have money to treat themselves. He put his money to his own pocket, go around some areas, he take his suitcase, travel to some area where people need help. He help them. And then he makes sure that these people, they have a good health because he knows they don't have money to help. So he spent his life as a medical doctor to help people, to help the whole community. It doesn't care where you're coming from, where you are, but if you are trouble, you need help, it will do that. And sometimes even in the middle of night, we are sleeping, some people can come and knock our door. Doctor, we have a problem. You wake up, you help people. So it's a legacy he left for us that we should love people, we should help people. Whatever, you always say, if we have an opportunity to help someone, don't look at where the person come from, don't look at where the person is. If you have the opportunity to help, you have to help the person. So this is a legacy also he left for us. And then that legacy, I think this is what ONPASSIVE, Mr. Ash Mufara has done for us. I said, okay, me too. He help people. I'm not a medical doctor, but me too, I'll build a hospital. So my prayer every day is to have that money to build a hospital for that community because they need a hospital. So I saw this great ONPASSIVE. I said, oh, my dream could become true because I can build a hospital for these people. Then they also, they will be happy for the job I've done for them because it's not everyone who can have that medical treatment. So the money I'll have, what I'll get from ONPASSIVE, I think part of my money will go to building a hospital for that community so that they too tomorrow, they will say, oh, we have one of our son who also built a hospital for us. He didn't ask for anything. So this is what we call all the legacy. So is the health or resources, even talent, and even the relationship to bless those around us. So this is what we're going to do. So leaving a legacy also means that giving something that would be value and also treasure to those who survive after your death. So those people who survive our death, they will have that legacy. So this is what we will leave for them because all this can come through because of ONPASSIVE, and then because of Ash Mufara, he has done a lot for us. And then our legacy will be through ONPASSIVE, this great company. So thank you, Auntie Lynn.
Thank you, Vincent. And I can see that you're loving and kind as your father was, who was a doctor. You're really special. All right, thank you so much. Yeah. All right, at this time, I would like to call on Sampat Patel. Sampat Patel is a leader in India. He has been very instrumental in promoting Friday Night Live. In fact, he and his leaders were able to post on social media in 89 groups today. So they're showing a lot of commitment in helping not only this webinar, but many other webinars as well. So I'd like to have Sampat Patel take the floor and speak at this time. Thank you, Sampat. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank host and co-host for inviting me to the world's biggest platform. I would like to thank Lynn Nakamoto, Ron Halbert, and Marty Digamo for arranging the Friday Night Live webinar through this platform because we are getting to learn a lot and this platform through your efforts. And because of attending this kind of webinar, I don't have any question about our company because when I have free time, then I keep studying on our company website www.onpassive.com. As we all know that some excited news is going to come in our back office on 2nd August. All the founders are very curious about it. As the topic of today's webinar is How do you want to be remembered? If we remembered about it, first of all, we should never forget our CEO S. Mupra, due to which we have got such a tremendous platform today, which we had never imagined in our dreams. Friends, all of us founders together have created history for the last 4 years, and we have tried many things to get the foundership to the people. Some people understood, but those who could not understand, they are regretting a lot today. And those who are left behind from taking foundership, I request them to first thank our CEO sir, who has given us the button of transfer the pending ID. Those who are still asleep, please wake up and transfer the pending ID as soon as possible and take the foundership of the product of the world's largest IT company. With these few words, I end my address here and heartily congratulations all the guests present here from the bottom of my heart and also salute their efforts. I would especially like to thank you, Lynn Nakamoto, whose tireless efforts have given us the opportunity to attend many informative webinars. Thank you, all of us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sampat. Again, we appreciate your commitment and the hours that you and your leaders spend in helping our webinars be very successful. You have a big impact on these webinars. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call on Listra Tuak. And Listra Tuak is helping with our chat, our webinar chat today. She helps monitor our chat, and she's also been very, very helpful in promoting various webinars, including Friday Night Live. Come on down, Listra Tuak. We appreciate you.
Well, hello again, everyone. And after listening to the three amigos at first, and then the tech pros, I don't know, and Sampat, of course, I don't know what I can say, but I will say this. It's a privilege to be able to help with everything that I can help with. I just love what I do. I really do. And when I leave this world, please, Lord, not anytime soon, I always say to him, when I do leave, I want people to remember, okay, that I did what I wanted to do because I loved it. I want to be able, most of all, to help the children. They are dear to my heart. They've always been. I want to be able to do more than I'm doing right now. And I can only do that because of ONPASSIVE. And when that time comes, I know that I will do what I have to do for myself and my relatives and so on. But I'm not going to leave the children there for too long. I want to be helping. I don't know if it's hands-on or what is yet, but I want to be there for them. And for homelessness, because a lot of children are on the streets because the parents are on the street, right? And if we can get the parents off the streets, then a lot of these children will have homes, will have food to eat and clothes to wear and clean water to drink. So that is my heart. And thank you, Ash Mafara, for bringing this opportunity to all of us, to enable us to think about what we need to do and what we must do. And that's all I can say right now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Listra. Yeah,
You're
children
welcome.
and families definitely are precious to us, and they are our future. So I love that you have a heart for them. Thank you, Listra. At this time, I'd like to call on John Varilla. And everybody knows John because he helps various webinars and we call him the chat police. Marty always teases him, the chat police. So we would like to hear from John Varilla because he does so much for our webinars. Thank you, John.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's feeling good tonight. Hope everybody's happy. I was actually, I didn't, as usual, I didn't think I was going to be saying anything or saying much. So I'm a little bit, anyway, but really glad to be here. This is always a wonderful thing. I look forward to it every week. I really like helping in the, I don't know if I like being called the chat police all the time, but no, it's fine. But I guess that's where it is. And I'm trying to do my best and I'm enjoying it. But when I think about the question, it's another one of those questions that myself and several other people seem to think that you have trouble answering that. But I would just say, how do I want to be remembered, or how would I be remembered? I would say something that is the way I felt way before ONPASSIVE, and it works well with ONPASSIVE. How would I like to be remembered? And simply this: I just would like to be remembered as someone who has been kind and generous. And it's really that simple. That's all I got to say about that. So thanks for calling on me. I'm a little flustered. And I went, oh, wait a minute. I don't even have my camera on. And I'm wearing a T-shirt. Oh, my goodness. So forgive me.
But I knew you could do it, John, because you're an actor and a singer. So you know how to present yourself and can speak extemporaneously. I know that for sure. Thank you so much for just being kind and generous and just being you. All right. We would like to now, you're welcome. We want to now go on to Mara Aquino. Let's see. Is she here? Mara? I got to unmute you. Hold on. There she is. Hi, Mara. I want to introduce Mara to you all. I think a lot of you know who she is, but she is the one that creates our graphics. So the graphic you see behind us is a product of Bill Must. It's our Zoom background. But the weekly webinar graphics where we promote are done by mostly by Myra. So we want to thank her because it's a weekly thing that she's been committing to. It takes quite a few hours of her time, and she does it with such love in her heart. Take the floor, Myra. Come.
All right. Thank you so much, Lynn. Hello, everyone. My name is Myra Aquino. And remember this, Mr. DeGarmo, Aquino. I always attend his live, and he always mispronounced my name, but I always wanted to have the chance to let him know it's Aquino. And this is my chance.
I got it, Aquino. Okay. I would say I'll never mess it up again, but I don't want to lie. I'll try not to.
Okay, my name is Myra Aquino, and I'm your friend. So how do I want to be remembered? Honestly, I agree quite a lot with Mr. Ellis, because I think most of the people are not going to remember you, even family, as he say, 3 decades later, they don't remember who you were. But I think it's even less time than that. I think in 10 years, nobody will remember you, only your children, if they're good kids, So I just wanted to live my life remembered by my children as what they already know who I am, a giving person besides fun. They call me, my emotional mom, the rebel without a cause. But if I had showed them that my emotions are towards real causes, and although I didn't change the world, I provided a better life for more than one person, then my job was done. I have been granted my dreams because of Mr. Mukware's vision. I will be able to do what I always did, but without the financial stress behind. Everything I try to do, whether I fail or not, it have always been for them, for my children. So it have been always with the purpose of showing them that there is a different way to earn, to have a better life, something that until now they don't understand. They're all successful workers, in their careers, but they just work too hard, and I want to show them a different way, and I'm going to be able to do it with ONPASSIVE. Until now, I haven't accomplished that, but I know I will. All of it touches also in our 401 and the Social Security, and the 401 is like peanuts, guys, and we're no elephants. And when we pay into our Social Security all of our life, and one day we receive it as a charity, it's not fun. I just wanted to be remembered by my children with a smile, as a rebel with a cause. That's how I want to be remembered by them. And that's it, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mara. That was simple and just beautiful from your heart. I loved it. All right, we now go to Merslyn Himabu now. Merslyn, you see her on social media a lot. She's always promoting people. She's promoting events. She's promoting webinars. She is just everywhere. And you know she has a heart for all of us, and especially for Unpassive. So we would definitely want to hear from Merslyn. There you go. You can unmute yourself, Merslyn. Hope you're free. If she doesn't respond, it means she's not able to come on camera at this time, but I will call her later. So let's go on to Gladys Navarro. She has been a rock for this webinar, Friday Night Live, and other webinars as well. Helps a lot with promotion, and I appreciate Gladys for that. Come on down, Gladys.
Lynn, I'll come after Gladys. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Are you ready now?
No, I will come after Gladys. Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad you're there. All righty. Go ahead, Gladys.
Good evening, Lynn and Ron, and the leaders and all the attendees. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This is a very good question. I've enjoyed listening to all the speakers tonight, and I've learned quite a bit from each and every one of them. First, I start with, what will I like to be remembered for? I mean, I would love my children to remember me as a good mother. I would love my family to remember me. But as some have said, you are not remembered so long. I've lost a few very dear people in my life. Some of them it's even hard still to get over. So I think people remember depending on the attachment, how close you are with the person that you have lost. But if they forget me, there's one thing that I pray, that they may never forget Unpassive. Because I believe that Unpassive is going to give not only me, but my family, and for generations to come, a legacy. For that reason, I would love them to remember me as someone who shared the gift of Unpassive to them, because this is really going to change their lives. Because of Oh Bless, we have hope and we can dream again. Because many of us have, planned to do things in life, have tried to do the little that we can, but we are not able. But because of Oh Bless, we can dream again. I can dream again. And I plan to spend a lot of my time, not only with family, but in missionaries of Africa, to touch lives from one country to the other, coming together and trying to create a dent in things that have crippled the continent for so long, the continent of Africa. So that's my prayer. Remember Unpassive, and remember the legacy that it has helped me and them to create. Because of Ash, he touched 1 million lives, more than 1 million lives. How many more can we touch as Mother Teresa's? Thank you so much. That's all I have.
Beautiful. And I share your sentiment as far as Kenya goes, and we're going to help Kenyans a lot very soon. When the apples start coming, I can't wait. I'll be working with you, Gladys. All right, next we go back to Merslyn, and Merslyn's ready to talk with us. Merslyn, come on down.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all my fellow Unpassivian. My name is Merslyn Himabu. I'm also your friend. I'm speaking to you all from the great state of Texas. Houston is my city. How am I going to be remembered? Wow, what a great subject. I have to thank Mr. Ash Mufara for giving me the opportunity to be remembered when I'm not going to be here anymore. A long time ago, who knows that a little girl coming from somewhere in Africa are going to be known and will be remembered around the world. But how am I going to do it if I don't pop up the legacy that Mr. Ash Mufara is giving me the opportunity to do that? Yes, I always wanted in my life to have impact of other people's life, but how can I do it? My hand was shut. I have no wings. Today, Mr. Ash Mufara give me the wings to fly, and I'm flying very high. And I believe that those wings will be extended to so many people just like me that want to do so much what they are not capable to do today. I came from a little city in Cameroon where basically everybody in around me have nothing. I know with the help of this great company, with everything that ONPASSIVE is going to give us, I'm going to be able to make an impact to those that I have left behind almost 20 years ago when I moved to the United States of America. Those people are still living without no hope. Thank God, I have a hope, I have a dream. And the dream is going to become reality because of this great company. This is the only place in the world that you have to be right now to extend your dream and make it become reality and leave a legacy behind. Our CEO said, the way you present yourself to the world is how you want to be remembered. The way you talk to people is how you want to be remembered. And I'm trying very hard so that one day another girl just like me will look up and said, somebody have given me half of their wings and I'm flying with it right now. So my dear ONPASSIVian, we have to thank Mr. Ash Mufara for giving us this opportunity. We also have to thank our leader that they got the opportunity and they take upon themselves to share with us. They work tirelessly to tell us what to do or to let us know and comfort us that it's going to be okay. We have nothing to worry about. We have to thank them because they are also part of our wins. If they are not around, maybe we'll have that dream, but it will just go away. No, show us the direction on where to go and grab it. So I know for sure that I'm going to leave that legacy to all the children that I always wanted to help, particularly those that was born with HIV and AIDS, with no parent. They live on their own. They live with no hope. Let them be assured, I am coming. ONPASSIVE will help me to help you. Thank you so much for having me. And tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary in ONPASSIVE. I am so happy. Thank you so much. Lynn, back to you.
Thank you, Merslyn. Well, we celebrate with you tomorrow. I know you're going to be posting all over social media that it's your 2-year anniversary. Am I right? Yeah, I know you. It's going to be in every group.
My dancing post, everything, my laughing, very happy person. Thank God, now I have a hope to live. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Merslyn. All right, now we go to none other than Dr. Benny in Tinglet. Dr. Benny has been promoting Friday Night Live and other webinars as well. She's really consistent. She has a good heart. So come on down, Dr. Benny. Did I make you co-host? Let me check. Yep, you are. You can unmute, Dr. Benny.
Wow. Auntie Lynn, this is a surprise to me. For real. This is. The first thing I want to greet each and everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my brothers and sisters on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Thank you, Auntie Lynn, for giving me this opportunity, Brother Ron. Now, look at our leader, Brother Marty, Brother Mike Ellis, Brother Dan Street. You guys spoke first. I just want to thank you guys for all your help. To all my tech brothers, tech pro brothers, I want to also thank you guys for accepting our invitation today. Thank you so much. Now, when it comes to this legacy, as we all know, my father has more than 30-something children, I think. Some of my stepmothers, they're gone, daddy gone. But with all my stepbrothers and sisters in Cameroon, they know who I am. I am someone who cares about them. One day, they will remember that when I leave this world, they will never forget. You know, for the little thing that I have, I still share. But the most important thing, I want to take this moment to thank our CEO. I know that I joined ONPASSIVE for a reason. Because I wanted a financial freedom. I was looking for an opportunity to pay off my school loan. I know each and everyone knows about me, about my school loan. But our CEO made me to understand that, do not worry, within one transaction, it will be paid. I know that I will have a lot of money, but I cannot eat all the money. I cannot. There are a lot of people out there who are in need. We have orphans, widowers, especially in my country. Our brothers and sisters, some of them don't even have houses. They don't have water to drink. They don't have clothing. I am willing to do my best to help them. I do have, for the first time, I created a foundation for those that need something. As you all know, we do have this Oh Bless. Just like GoFundMe in America. We have St. Jude Hospital that these kids, they need help. Some of them don't even have hands. Some of them don't have legs. Now, they have cancer. So what I will do is to support them for the cancer research. Let them do more research. Look for more medication, the right medication for these children, for the cancer. There are a lot of people out there who are in need. With this money, I know I will be able to help. As each and everyone knows that I don't only help my team member when they need help, right? I help whoever needs help. If I have that opportunity and I have the knowledge to help each and everyone. Now, like I stated before, after listening to our leaders, our tech pros, I want to thank our CEO because of the vision that he saw. And he wanted all of us to follow him. I also want to thank all our founders for joining ONPASSIVE. I am proud of you guys. As someone who cares about the world issues, especially among the minorities, the underdeveloped, disfavored, and try to help them in my own possible way. I will do my best to take care of them. There are a lot of homeless individuals here in America because I have been in this country for the past 30-something years. This is my country. I spent my adult life in this country. Because of what I have done and earned, nothing has been, I haven't, nobody has hurt me in this country. So because of this opportunity our CEO has given us, I will do my best to help those individuals who are in need. I work in a group home, mental retarded, all these children. I will go there and feed them, buy their clothing. I will do what it takes. Thank you so much, Auntie Lynn, for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. And everybody knows Dr. Benny. She helps everyone, not just her team. So we appreciate you for what you do, Dr. Benny.
Thank
you. All right. You're welcome. Next, we go on. We're going to have Andy Burks. He's coming back. So once everybody keep an eye out for him, because when he comes back, I'm going to call on him. But in the meantime, we go to Tina Go from Singapore. Tina loves technology. As you have heard her speak before, she loves technology, although she's technically not an IT person, but she keeps an interest in technology. I think she's pretty cool that way, and she is a great leader in our company. So let's see if I'm, yeah, I think she's
Hello,
There you are. There
world.
you go. Good to have you.
Thank you so much, Lynn Nakamoto and Ron Halbert. I love Friday Night Live. I try not to miss it at all, but sometimes it does get our schedule just get a little bit crazy. Thank you so much for having me up here. Thank you, Ash Mufara. Thank you, ONPASSIVE, and thank you, Oh Bless. I love what I heard today. Marty, Big Guy, Mike Alice, Dan Street, the three amigos. The first persons that I saw in the webinar when I came on to ONPASSIVE way back on 15th of June, 2019. Now, yes, I love technology, and that's why I stayed all this while, knowing that our CEO, Ash Mufara, is doing something great for us. With regard to today's topic about how you want to be remembered, I want to be remembered as a lady, a crazy good lady, who just tried her best being who she is, and really trying to get that mission to millions for all of everyone to be your own uniqueness. That would be my legacy, for them to live life. Okay, that's my acronym, which I want to share with you. Live life, live our own values, and living with full exhilaration. We must live life and not just exist. And that's what I also would love to live when I want to be remembered, living my life. And the other thing is, always I've been saying in Oh Bless, is that we are all blessed, and there are, yes, Benny, there are many people who are less blessed than us, and the way we do it is to bless them. And that's why I always include thank you, Oh Bless, because that is the vehicle that we can actually just touch lives. And that's all I want to do, touch lives to my mission to millions. Thank you so much, Lynn, for having me here. I love you. I love all the panelists and every Prouderness who are here. I'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Tina. And you are going to touch many, many lives through OBLESS and ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much. Next, we go on to Key Wendell. I hope you're able to speak at this time. Let me look at our list here. Do you guys see Key Wendell? He was here. All right, he might
Andy's
have
in.
left. He's in?
Yeah, Andy.
Oh, okay, Andy, good. Okay, I'll go get him. Did you bring him to the panel?
It's in. It's in the panel. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, let me make him a co-host. Oh, Andy, I'm so sorry I took too long to call you. You know, the time in UK is 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's
2:30.
2:41 a.m. So I wanted to make sure I call Andy not too late so that he can go back to bed. Thank you for being here, Andy. We'd love to
Thanks for
hear
having
from
me.
you.
I made an effort tonight. I really tried to make sure I was on, and so I set my alarm for 1 o'clock.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks. I've been very lucky to have found a lady some while ago. Unfortunately, we're no longer together, but she showed me another way about life, and she showed me how to smile and laugh and enjoy myself. Now, one of the things that struck me, I met a guy in the golf club one afternoon, and he said, "I know you," and he rushed over and he said, "You're Jean Burke's son." So, yeah, how did you know? He said, "Well, you're just like her. You smile and laugh all the time." He said, "Your mother is always got a smile on her face, and it's just the way that she touches people." And for me, life is about enjoying yourself. And it took me a long time to get to that point, I must admit. But they did a study in the UK of those that are over 100 years old. And every single one of the men that was over 100 years old, and I think the youngest out of the 6 or 7 was 103, the common denominator with all of these people were that they smile and laugh all the time. Now, we know as being founders that we're going to be put in a position to be able to help others. That kind of goes without saying now, but the legacy for me is not just to help these others, but to be able to touch people in the same way that my mother has done, to be able to smile and laugh. Now, it was Winston Churchill said that, we'll fight them on the beaches, but did you know that who said defeat is bad? Well, that was Nelson Mandela's chiropodist. I like that one. Sorry. Anyway, but my point is you have to be able to touch people. You have to be able to engage with people. And for me, leaving a legacy is for people to say, I remember him. He's the one that smiled a lot. It's not necessarily that we helped all these others. I don't want to be necessarily remembered for that. I want to be remembered for the fact that we've touched others and we've made others laugh and smile, as everyone should do. Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you so much, Andy. And I'm sorry I took too long to call you. So you actually had to leave and we had to go and call you to come back. But thank you for coming back. We didn't want to miss your contribution. Appreciate you so much. Okay, next we go on to, we have Key Wendell. Oh, I think I think he's not here right now. Shucks, I missed him too. I'm trying to catch everybody. Darn it. Okay, now we can go on to John White. John White, are you there? Okay, wait. Let me scroll fast. John White. Okay, he was here, but he probably had to go. We're losing people as the night wears on. All right, let's go for Akram Hossein. Akram. Let's see if he's still here. I made my list earlier. Okay. Let me spot him. Hold on. Okay, I don't see him either. I think people had to leave. Shucks, I missed him too. Darn it. Okay, next we go on to Bridget and Kamsi. Bridget, are you there? I think I missed her as well. If you guys see her, let me know if I'm missing anybody. All right, now we go on to Dr. Masego Katisi. Dr. Masego Katisi. Oh, there she is. I'm going to make you co-host. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Masego. You can unmute.
Hello everyone. So
Hi,
good to
good to
be
see
here.
you.
I really love Friday Night Live. Sometimes I miss it because of time differences. So we are more like the UK. It's around 4 o'clock here. It's really good to talk about legacy and the beauty and the excitement that I have when I ponder on this word is because our CEO, Ash Mufara, is helping ignite the legacy that we can leave for the world. And the good thing that we learn from him is that he appreciates people. You know, legacy is built. It's not something that comes overnight. And we already see him as an example, building the legacy. Before we even have the apples, before he even reaps the apples from his ONPASSIVE that he's building, he is already building the legacy. Character, personalities, the way of life of ONPASSIVE is already being built, and this is the legacy. And we all know that if we take the baton from him, as he is passing it on and passing it on, we will also cement our lives with something good to be remembered for generations to come. Somebody has just said that I think it was you, Collins, who said, whether you like it or not, you make impact in life. It may be negative or positive. It may be small or great. But one way or the other, as long as you're a human being, you make impact in life. And I am so glad because when I was younger as a social worker, I started a small charity in Botswana. I speak a lot about this maybe in Oblast. And even though I'm not 50 yet, the young people that I touched from as long back as 20 years back, they remember the good deeds. They remember the impact that I have made in their life, and they are always keeping in touch. So really, to make legacy is not about money. It's about how people experience you. It's about the effect that they feel or they carry away after meeting you. More like the one who talked about the mother's smile. That's an effect. That's an impact. So I am so happy to be part of ONPASSIVE because what I have started, I will be ignited even more by ONPASSIVE as the apples come. I have nothing to show for now, but I know ONPASSIVE will give me wealth. And I hope to be remembered as a wealthy, like you will also be wealthy, as a wealthy, selfless giver. I would like to be remembered as a wealthy, selfless giver, especially by the children of the world, because I really love working with children. So I would like to be remembered as a cornerstone in making change in the lives of children, as a cornerstone in making change in the lives of children. And thank God for ONPASSIVE and for Mr. Ash Mufara to be passing the baton, because through our legacy, more legacy will be built in the world, and more and more and more good legacy forever and ever. The ONPASSIVE is making an opportunity for legacy to be passed on. One generation after the other and after the other and after the other, even though people take a short time to remember you, because of ONPASSIVE, because of this wealth that will be passed on, and the good deeds that will pass on, books will be written about us, generation after generation after generation. So thank God for that. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Masego. That was very, very inspiring. Appreciate you so much. All right. I have a long list of people to call, but I think because I said this is open to questions and answers and comments, I'm going to stop calling people individually and instead say that the floor is now open to questions and comments. So feel free to raise your hand at this time and we will call you in order. All right. And if you can, right now it's 9:51. We've been on for almost 2 hours or hour and a half, about an hour and a half. So if we can keep the sharing to 2 minutes, try to remember 2 minutes each, then we can hear from everybody. Because I know more than 4 people will want to speak at the end when all is said and done. So we go to Miriam Weberg. Miriam Weberg. Good to have you here, Miriam.
Thank you. What I wanted to say is thank you, Ash, because I know you hear this all the time, Mr. Ash, but honestly, none of this would be possible without you. And we are forever, forever grateful to you because I know God's hand is all over you. Okay. Something I wanted to say is everybody's right. This is not just about money. Okay. This is about giving hope. This is about giving hope to the people because most of them out there, they don't have it. Or if they do, they don't have very much. So it's us taking the confidence that we have that the Lord gave us because I don't know about you all, but that's always been a struggle of mine, not feeling like I could say anything. And then I learned that it didn't have to be mine, it could be His. So it's going out there and it's helping the people, letting them know that they can have hope. You know, the money is to help them, but to give money to somebody that doesn't have hope is a dangerous thing. So that's what I'm looking at. Not just saying, here, let me help you. Here, let me solve a situation. And then they say thank you and you go on your way. And then it's the same thing all over again, but showing them how to change it by giving them not just the direction and teaching them how to fish, but by giving them hope in the situation so they don't think, well, this is too hard. I can't fish. I can't do this. You have to change their mindset first. Once the mindset's changed, then they're going to grow and then they're going to fish. And that's my 2 minutes.
Good job, Miriam. Good sharing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Now we go on to Sherry Green. Hi, Sherry.
Thank you. There, I can unmute. Hi, thanks, Lynn. Hello, I'm Sherry Green, and I am your friend. I wanted to just talk about this quote or this thing that I read not that long ago because I was looking at, what it means to leave a legacy. And one of the things that I read was carve names on hearts, not tombstones. And it reminds me, Marty always talks about the great thoughts are in tombstones, and I don't want to be that. I want to be leaving, kindness in people's hearts. And so I think about my kids with my legacy. And the big thing for me is that I'm kind. I teach them to be kind and they can carry on that legacy and thoughtful, to be open-hearted, to share from my heart and to be willing to kind of go to those places that are uncomfortable and talk about them. I want to be known for working hard, playing hard, empowering people, giving back, giving a hand up, being relaxed and chill, being generous. And last but not least, I just want everyone to know that everything is going to be okay. So that's all I got to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sherry. Yes, everything is going to be okay. Hi, Mary Carol from PNG. How are you? Good to see you, Mary. You can unmute.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Ron. Hello from Papua New Guinea to our tech teams and all our mighty founder gentlemen, Marty Digamo, Dan Street, Mike Ellis, Tony Monk, and many of you here. I might take up my 2 minutes with the salutations, so I'll just leave it there. Know that we love you from Papua New Guinea very much. This topic touched me in such a way that it brought back memories of my inspirers and great mentors in my life, and they were my parents and my grandparents on my mother's side. They served in the Second World War in the Pacific, 1942 to 1945. And what I got from them was to win a fight and to stay alive, you have to first put God in front of everything. Second, to do your level best in whatever it is. And they said to me, good, better, best, never let it rest until your good is better and your better best. I think I spoke about this some time ago, but from that I learned. For 35 years before ONPASSIVE came into my life, I helped to form governments in Papua New Guinea and sometimes dismantle governments, naughty bit, but I've put that away already. And then to think about the people back in the villages and how they live. So in 2020, when ONPASSIVE came into my life, that was a God-given dream or reality, but put into my dream. So since then, and thanking Ash Mufare, his family and his team, I have learned and seen the reality of receiving and giving. And like Mr. Mufare always says, giving is better than receiving. So based on that philosophy and his passion and vision for life, for people on earth, we have moved forward in our groups in Papua New Guinea. We have sub-teams, and I belong to two of them, which covers the southern region, which is Papua Heritage Foundation, and the other one is Central Legacy Foundation. So we are into this, leaving a legacy. And how can we do that? By coming together, by creating foundations to cater for our less advantaged people and what they need. And us coming together after, with God's blessings and Ash Mufare's blessings, we will receive our apples. They go towards helping our people. So all in all, we appreciate you, Lynn, and for the subject matters that you bring up. Very inspiring. We've learned a lot. We're now trying to go back into our little groups so that we can come up with our smaller webinars in order to keep the flame of ONPASSIVE alive in the hearts of our people. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. I do appreciate you and everyone on this panel. Love each and every one of you and those that are not seen on the platform. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mary. You always inspire me with your words. Now we go on to Kyrie Young. How are you, Kyrie?
Hello, good, great,
Hello.
and awesome day. Can you hear me? I'm going to
Yes.
press my 2-minute buzzer. Okay.
Yes, we
Um,
can.
Wonderful. The topic of the day, how I would like to be remembered. I would like to be remembered as someone who saved someone's life. 10 years, 20 years ago, someone saved my life. And tomorrow is her homegoing service. She would have been 85 years old. So I'm going to go and speak and tell everybody there how she saved me. And I can save one person at a time by going into a hospital when they don't have any hope at all, when they think that financially they will not be able to get or have whatever they need. I want to change that for them. I would like to give them another chance. Someone gave me another chance, a foundation. And that's all I have to say. I thank you for giving me the opportunity. May each and every one of you remain blessed, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you for your share. That's beautiful. Now we go on to Bruce Gerstein. How are you, Bruce? Good to have you.
Thank you, Lynn. I'm wonderful today, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you and Ron for keeping up Friday Night Live the way you do. And thank you, Ash, for presenting and offering this wonderful gift of ONPASSIVE to us. You know, I don't think about how people want to remember me. That's not my job. I want to give as much as I can. I grew up a giver. I grew up in a family that was very generous, very affectionate. And so I want to give people laughter. I want to give people hope. I want to give people promise. And I want people to realize when I come, I'm coming with joy. And I'm coming with laughter. And I'm coming with compassion to them. Because the thing is, I don't get caught up in thinking how will people remember me. I think of Mother Teresa, and I don't think Mother Teresa ever thought, how will people remember me? What she wanted more than anything was she would ask this question, and she would ask her God, what can I do for others? And that's the most important thing. What can I do for others? So wherever I go, I want to be able to help, whether it's in Dar es Salaam, or whether it's in Philippines, or wherever I go in this world. I want to be a beacon of hope. I want to have the blessing of a blessed to be able to help people. It's wonderful to have this vehicle of ONPASSIVE to know that we can be generous in our hearts and generous in ourselves, generous from our wallets, in many other ways to be, and generous with our time. Because the thing that ONPASSIVE will give us is a lot of free time, freedom of time, not just freedom of finances, but freedom to be and go wherever we want. So what I want as a legacy is to continue on day by day, helping people. And how people think of me will be based on how I act towards them. And when I act in a positive way and give hope and love and compassion and generosity to others, that's how I will be remembered. But most important, I want to just be true to myself so I can keep giving and giving and giving. Thank you again for this wonderful, wonderful format. And I'm going to shut up because I think that's pretty much my time. Namaste, peace and love and blessings to everyone.
Beautiful, Bruce. Thank you. You always has wise words for us. All right. Our time is going by quickly. So what we're going to do is have the last speaker be Mohammed Syed of Canada. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people times 2 minutes is 14, right? So that'll take us just right. I mean, that's a good goal. So no more raised hands, all right? Just the people that have their hands raised now. That's who we're going to call. All right? Thank you for your understanding. And everybody keep to 2 minutes and we'll be good. So now we have Merslyn Butler. Hi, Merslyn. You can unmute.
Okay, then. Hello, good night, everyone. I just want to be a part of this conversation and thank you for having me on this great podium tonight. I already have my legacy that I know that I have on people, and it's my beautiful smile. I have impacted a lot of people with my smile. But I just want to continue to add to that. And my thing is the children who are going to school, who doesn't have lunch, who doesn't have shoes, who doesn't have supplies to school. So for that, I want to be there for them. I have been doing it for a very, very long time. So I will be able to do it on a bigger scale. And my second part is the elderly, whether they're living here or they're living in my country, the one who doesn't have anyone, I can provide someone to go in and give them a hot meal, and most importantly, to have a decent bath and clean surroundings. And that's my impact that I would like to have. That's my 2 minutes.
Good job, Merslyn. Wow.
Thank you.
You stayed within the time limit, and it was a good share too. Thank you. All right,
You're
we go
welcome.
to Lily Lane. Lily Lane, she has her 2 minutes now. Go ahead, Lily.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm going to make it very brief. I think that what I would like to leave as a legacy, if I had been asked this question before, founders, I'm passive, it would be a little different. But what I would like to do is to continue to create an opportunity for myself in order that I may help others. And I've always wanted to help others. And now that I have my part of On Founders, Mr. Ash has already created the opportunity. So all I have to do now is to join in and get others involved in doing that, because I love people and I will continue to do that. So I would say more, but in terms of the creating opportunity, I want to say very briefly that I went from a high school secretary to top management with the federal government because I created an opportunity. And maybe one day I have the opportunity to share what and how I did that. Thank you very much, Lynn, for having me. And I'm excited to be a part of this opportunity.
Beautiful, Lily. Thank you so much. Now we go on to Raymond Girana of Papua New Guinea. Hello, Raymond Girana.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loudly and clearly.
Okay, thanks very much. It's gone past 1 o'clock here from my end. Yes, and with regards to this question, it's really a very tough question. It's a challenging one. We can see it from different perspectives. But I see this question as a challenge to ourselves, to uplift ourselves and also humanity in general. And I would like to re-echo what our CEO has presented in one of his webinars that we were also part of. It's about that luck that he briefly touched. Is to be seen from a perspective or point of view of a design, and for having to have a vision, mission, plan, and that's from the point of view from my perspective, having to see it from ONPASSIVE, in the light of ONPASSIVE as a business. And personally, to answer this question, I just want to to help people and to contribute to the betterment development of my community, and simply to uplift someone's life. I have a short story. I think I'm one of the last Papua New Guineans to have activated my registration with ONPASSIVE. I was 2 minutes before the doors were totally closed. Yes. So this story is the story in which I would like to leave behind. But before I came into join ONPASSIVE, I don't know, but somehow it just falls in line. I happened to initiate an idea for us to start a foundation for our community. It's a family and community development foundation that will cater for school fees, family development programs, and also little projects. And having journeyed with ONPASSIVE so far, I would like to say that it's really a privilege and a blessing to have OBLESS. And I can't wait to use OBLESS to help our foundation here so that we could also extend that blessing to other people here and also throughout the Papua New Guinea or throughout the region. I'm actually here from Bougainville, an island province of Papua New Guinea. So we are living in a post-crisis period. And with this journey, we're also trying to look for post-crisis answers on how we could also raise people's life. And I see this as a great opportunity, a blessing that I would not want to miss. And if we happen to the proposal or whatever through this platform, I ask that all of us, including other foundations in Africa, everywhere, PNG,
Thank you.
throughout the world, that we
Thank you,
will
Raymond.
have to support this. I
Appreciate
think I've
it.
gone past the time. Yes,
Yes.
okay. But thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you, Raymond. ONPASSIVE and OBLESS is going to make its mark on PNG, where the needs are very great. And I'm glad you're a visionary and you will be part of the solution to helping your community get better. Thank you so much, Raymond.
Much appreciated. Thanks.
Thank you. Now we go on to Melanie. And remember now, 2 minutes. So 2 minutes each. Time yourselves. Go ahead,
Yes,
Melanie.
thank you. Good night, good night, good night, good night. It won't
Hello.
be long. It'll be 2 minutes for sure.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Liam. Thank you, Maddie and Dan and Mike and all the others. So thank you. You're the my legacy, ever since I was a little child growing up, they call me Sunshine. Sunshine because first I used to laugh a lot, then it becomes a smile. And that smile is forever there, no matter what's going on in my life. So my legacy is to transfer that ray of sunshine to others, like young people. I am a fan of the young people, the youth, especially now. And I'm a fan also of the homeless. So I would love to transfer that ray of sunshine, not just to speak with them on the street, but to making sure that that ray of sunshine ignites hope. It ignites the spark of confidence and also assurance, a sense of belonging by, offering them what I have from that big heart of mine, because I know before ONPASSIVE, my heart was huge. So I am thankful that God gave Mr. Mafare that big hope and that vision so that we all can benefit from that vision. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll continue that ray of sunshine all through my life because that's who I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie, Miss
You're welcome.
Sunshine.
Yes, I am.
It's
Thank
good
you.
to have sunshine around. It's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we go to now Richard Lamotte, who is in Ontario, Canada, our regular. Good to see you, Richard.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart.
Yay.
Me, number one, the whole world. I mean, the whole world. I don't care where you are. If you're in need, I'll be there. I want to be remembered as an unpassive angel of the world. My dream is to travel all over the place and teach people how to fish by giving them an unpassive reseller's position. That is my dream. And I love you all. And I'm a people lover, and I'm also a certified crazy nut. So love y'all. Thank you.
We love you, Mr. Crazy Nut. You're welcome back anytime. We love you as you are. Thank
Look
you,
at
Richard.
the nice smile on Dr. Benny.
She always has a lovely smile on her face. You're right. Okay, next we go on to Subhash Shankar in India. Good to have you. We had quite a few attendees from India, Bangladesh, so we're very happy to have you, Subhash Shankar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Glad to see you all. What a great day for me. And thank you, Marty. Thank you, Lynn, to giving me this opportunity and add me on panel. Everybody know that ONPASSIVE is going to rock definitely within some couple of weeks, within some couple of days. So I want to describe about what is the oblast. Everybody know that oblast is going to be a speculated for all over the world. So everybody know about oblast, and some founders are know about oblast because they have many things about the oblast. They know everything. But there is a problem that oblast is everything for us. But everybody would know that oblast, what is oblast? So oblast is a crowdfunding platform that is set to revolutionize the philanthropic space. It is a platform that connects people with causes, allowing them to give back to their community. In addition, oblast will enable startups and innovators all around the world to receive financial assistance and expand their business to the next level. ONPASSIVE, under the oblast initiative, has extended support to rehabilitation center, old aged home, and orphanage in both case and kind. And thanks to Mr. Asufare, founder and CEO, the ONPASSIVE said that success is a done deal with ONPASSIVE, and we are ready to create a legacy with our unicorn company. This is just the beginning of our journey, and we are all set to bring a new paradigm shift by achieving many more milestones. ONPASSIVE is going to be the future of the internet, as we are planning to expand our office globally very soon and to provide automated solution for all your digital needs with our revolutionary technology. So this is the things that ONPASSIVE, how bigger the ONPASSIVE. So everybody should know what is ONPASSIVE and what is oblast. And beginning this time, we all are focused in the ONPASSIVE, and ONPASSIVE. Thank you, my dear all panelists and my dear ma'am Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubhankar. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for speaking with us tonight. We appreciate you. And now we go on to our final speaker, and that will be Mohammed Syed from Canada. Go for it, Mohammed.
Hi, everyone. Oh, thank you for the opportunity. It's special to be the last speaker. I so appreciate Lynn and all the hosts and all the leaders. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to Dr. Ash for giving us a platform that made us a family and that we can speak and our voice can be heard across the world. My My topic is very simple. And I want to stay within the time frame here as the last speaker. For me, the biggest thing when you help someone, you just give it back in a way you don't even expect it. It's the gratitude that you get back. And I went back home about a year ago. When I came back, my attitude toward life changed completely, because what I saw is children that they leave their house. They don't know if they're going to come back home safe, or they don't know where to eat. Some of them, they're not in school. And that's something that ONPASSIVE with OPLESS is going to completely change the world for them, especially the area that I grew up in Ethiopia. And I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate to be on this panel list every Friday night. I try my best to join in and learn as much as I can from all the leaders and all the panelists and the people that join in. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thanks for coming back every week. We recognize your name, so we know you are here. We appreciate you. All right. So now what we're going to do is do our final thank yous to everyone that makes this webinar successful. We had about 422 people, or maybe a little more. I might not have actually paid attention to it, but it was about 422 people attending tonight, which is a really good turnout, I feel. So thank you very much. I want to thank Marty DeGarmo, for he is the one that opens up this webinar, live streams, and records it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Marty. Appreciate you. Lots of love to you. Thank you to our speakers. We had two special speakers. We had Mike Ellis and Dan Street, and they did a great job of sharing. Thank you to our Otech pros who also spoke. Thank you to John Varilla and Listra Tuak. They are the webinar chat monitors. We appreciate them for that. Thank you to Myra Aquino for producing our promotional graphics. Thank you to Bill Musk for our lovely Zoom background. Thank you to all. Oh, hello? Someone just spoke. Well, thank you to all of you who helped promote on this webinar, through social media or by word of mouth, sharing with friends and family and getting them to come. Thank you so much to you for that. Thank you to everyone that shared their hearts and thoughts tonight. We appreciate you. And thank you to the attendees. As I said, 422 of you were here today, and we kept the attendance high throughout the webinar, meaning that you were getting something out of this webinar. And that's what we aim to do, is to provide good content, something that makes you want to come back because you find what we have is of value to you. So what I would like to do now is talk about a couple of webinars that are coming up shortly. I don't read them all out, but just over the next couple of days. So tomorrow we have the Otech Pros webinar, which will be at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a webinar where we talk about IT, technology, and the format tomorrow will be where you can actually interact with us. So you will go to the chat, the chat, and then you put in your questions or comments, and we will select from that the relevant good questions. Then we will bring you to the panel and you'll be able to ask your question or make your comment. So it's going to be very interactive. So that's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. This is Otech Pros. The webinar will be posted in the back office as well as in social media on Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. So we look forward to you coming to learn more about IT, information technology. And then we have on Sunday, the Heroes webinar, which is at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. This is usually where we have Andy Burks talk about the sales perspective. We have Red Redfern give his updates. And then we have a period of time where we are able to ask the leaders questions that will be of interest to you. So that is Sunday, again, at 1:30 p.m. It will be posted in the back office, and it's a public webinar, so it's also posted on social media. So thank you very much. Those are just a couple of the webinars that we are co-hosting or hosting, and we hope to see you there. At this time, I am going to take it to the gallery. Hello, everybody. Wait. Did you guys get something out of this webinar? Thumbs up. Was it You got something out of it? I'm glad. That's why we have Friday Night Live. We love to see you. Do you guys see the gallery view right now? You see each other? Yes, everybody's seeing the gallery. Okay, my husband's saying he doesn't see the gallery. It's because he has a speaker view on, honey. You got to click on view and click on gallery. You will see the gallery. Okay, hon? All right, so now we're going to unmute you guys and we'll have a nice long period of time for you to say bye to each other. All right, so let me unmute you all. All right.
Good
night. Good night, everybody.
Speakers, good night.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna grab your hand, John.
Love be multiplied to all. Love you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Love be multiplied to you all.
Good
night. Good night. See y'all later.
It's a good webinar. Thank you to all the speakers tonight. Thank you very much. It's a marvelous job.
Everybody have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Love you. Hi, Bruce. Thank you, Marty. Good night. Hey, Aman. Kevin. Good night. Jake.
Hi, Lynn.
Glenn, hey. Dr. Betty.
Good night, Cynthia.
Good day, bye. Hi, John. Night, John. Hey.
Hi, John.
Mr. 13. Good to see you there, bro.
Hi, Dr. Benny.
Hi, Lisa. You did great. You were great.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, there you are.
Hello. Bye.
Good night, Myra.
Good night, Myra.
Hi,
Tina. Hey,
Tina.
from Singapore.
Hey, Tina.
Bye, world. See you
Like
soon.
your hair.
Love you guys.
Love
Cynthia.
Got a new mask.
Cindy, we miss you.
Philadelphia.
Hi, everybody.
David Otto. We'd love to see your photo. Good
I
night.
don't know if I can talk to you Americans.
What in the world?
I don't know if I should talk to you Americans.
Diana, see you.
Good night.
See who's coming up now. I love you just
I love you, John. John, does that mean you're an underdog? Artie, my last name is Vogue.
Casey. Wow, I see you.
Hassan.
Lovely seeing you, Lon.
Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, Mom.
Dr. Benny.
I am Dr. Benny. I'm your best friend. Thank you.
Merslyn Butler from Florida.
Gators.
Bye.
Bye, Casey.
Bye,
everyone.
Hi, Francis.
Hi, Casey.
Canada.
night, Casey.
Gonna write the sky dome for
Good
you.
night, Casey. Good night, brother Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah,
Vincent.
Sister Tina.
Hey, Lori.
Lori.
Hope you're not keeping you up too long, Vincent. Being here.
David, here's
Love all your
Mon
sharing.
Dieu. Mon Dieu. That sounds French.
Cheers, Marty. Mamadou is here.
Where's Mamadou?
Marty.
Hey,
Are you back to the future yet? Marty McFly.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Good
McFly.
night.
I said back. I can hear you.
I'm all ears.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much. Hey, Mama Doo.
Marcian, I hear your voice, Marcian.
I'm all ears.
You guys.
You'd look funny if you were all ears.
I'm driving. I'm going to a festival to enjoy my 2-year anniversary.
If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend.
Congratulations.
I would, my friend. Brother Timbers, bye. I'm running out of words. I'm reverting to my old cartoon days. Fucking tree frogs, Batwoman. I'm losing them.
Thank you. My buddy Armand.
Sing a song, John. John, unmute and sing a song,
Copies are on
John.
me.
John Varilla.
I'll supply
Can
the
hear your
coffee.
song.
No tea drinkers here.
Window.
Mirror fingers.
Where's David Switzer? I'm missing you.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah, my comrade in arms.
Where's
Vincent,
Mike
you're
Ellis?
tough, buddy. Vincent is the best. Hey,
You're echoing.
you guys say.
Yes,
Hey, well, Bob Ducassi too, eh? You guys are all on the same level.
For sure, Armand.
You can't pass anybody. Once you're a tech guy, you're right at the same level, eh? And we're below. We're trying to catch up to you. We're trying to get to the top.
We're the humble ones.
I'm still climbing, but I'm an old timer. It's getting me a long time to get to the top. You gotta help me out.
Yeah, say something, Tania.
Okay, somebody else's turn.
Hi, Rupa.
Good night, Miss Tania.
Today is the first day of the Islamic calendar. So Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy new beginning.
Yes, absolutely.
It's our birthday every day.
The new word.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Okay, let's
Bye.